Hello, welcome to SUNY ESF. My name is Beth Minard and I'm the Associate Registrar. Today I'm going to walk you through what you need to know about registration and getting your semester off to a great start. You are registered for the classes that you see on your schedule, but it's your responsibility to make any changes that you need to finalize your schedule for this semester. You do that on MySlice, and MySlice is a Syracuse University registration system. Since you can take classes at Syracuse University, we have you register on one system to make it easier for you. That's where you go to view your schedule or make any schedule adjustments. To get to MySlice, you can either go to the ESF Registrar's webpage and you'll see a link, or you can simply search for it. You must discuss changes with your advisor, make sure sections are open, and then go to MySlice to make those changes. Please make your changes and then submit the form to your advisor by email. The electronic registration form can then be forwarded by your advisor after approved to the registrar's office. You do not need advisor approval if you're just switching sections of a class. I strongly recommend that you swap but don't drop if you are just switching sections. This will allow you to keep the seat that you have in case there's an issue with the one that you're trying to add. Seats can go very quickly, and the section that you think is open might be full by the time you go to finalize your registration, or there may be a time conflict you didn't realize, and if you had dropped that section, someone else may have picked up your seat and then you won't have one. You can find what's being offered in terms of class times, room numbers, prerequisites, and instructor names on the ESF Registrar's webpage. Then you go to MySlice to search to see if there's space in the class and actually complete your registration. Your curriculum plan sheet will show you how many transfer credits you've received, what classes they transferred for, and any classes that you are already registered for. It's also your roadmap to graduation. During the fall, we will be transitioning to a new audit system called DegreeWorks, and we ask for your patience during this time of transition. You can view your audit sheet in your ESF student portal. Please keep in mind that any changes that you make to your schedule in MySlice will not appear on your plan sheet until the next day. Each curriculum plan sheet is a little different, but this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like to keep track of what you need as you progress towards graduation. And again, you can see this at any point in the student portal. Some of the programs have different note sections, so you want to make sure that you really pay attention to those carefully, and those will be carried over into the new audit system. When you go to MySlice, this is what your login page will look like. You can view your holds, enroll in a class, view your future enrollment dates, view your schedule, and do a variety of other things. You can also search for classes on here if you want to just see if a class is open without actually going to enroll in it. There are two ways that you can enter a class into MySlice. The first is to go to the ESF schedule of classes and copy the 5-digit code and paste it into the first box that you see here and click enter. The second is to click the search box and look for the class. If you click the search box, this page will appear. You can enter the 3-digit course prefix, such as EFB, FCH, EST, in the first box, and then the course number in the second box, 101, 120, whatever the course number is, and either hit enter or there is a search button down at the bottom of the screen. One feature on this screen to keep in mind is you'll see a checkbox that says Show Open Classes Only. If you go to the ESF schedule of classes and see that a class is being offered, but then search for it here on MySlice and you don't see it, uncheck that box and click search again because it's possible that the course is already full. Sometimes, particularly from Syracuse University classes, you may be given a permission number, and here's the box where you would enter that number. Once you search for a class, you will see the status on this screen. The green means it's open, the blue box means it's closed, and the yellow triangle means it's a wait list. Please keep in mind that ESF does not use the waitlist feature on MySlice. It's very important that you complete all the steps for registration. One common mistake that students make is they think because the classes are in their shopping cart, they're registered. You must complete all of the steps. Think of it like online shopping. If you don't check out, then nothing arrives in the mail. So make sure that you do step 2 of 3, and then you actually finish enrolling. And once you click finish enrolling, you will get a message whether or not you were actually registered for the classes. You may get error messages at this point saying that the class is full or there's a time conflict. So you want to make sure you pay attention to whether or not the status is registered. It's very important that you are aware of all of the deadlines on the academic calendar, and you can find the calendar on the Registrar's webpage. The last day to add a class is September 7th. The last day to drop a class is September 24th. After the last day to add a class, in order to drop, you will have to submit a signed registration form to the Registrar's office, and we will need the signature from your advisor and your instructor, and then we will drop the class on MySlice. During the first week of classes through September 7th, you can add and drop classes yourself. Please make sure that all of your schedule changes are approved by your advisor. The last day to withdraw with a grade of W is October 29th, and the last day to withdraw with a grade of W or WF is December 3rd. This is very important because a WF does not impact your grade point average, so you have time to try to improve your grade but not impact your GPA. And there are different forms that you have to do that. They're available on our website and also in the Registrar's office. You need to have at least 12 credit hours more to be considered full-time. And if you're receiving financial aid, you want to make sure you're checking with your advisor on financial aid to make sure that your classes are counting towards your degree. Time schedule conflicts, if you have any of those where you may have a class that ends 5 minutes before the next one begins and you've cleared it with both instructors, you can come to our office or send us an email and we can override the time conflict as long as you have approval from both instructors. It's very important that you check your MySlice account to make sure you don't have any holds. If you're missing transcripts from admissions, you may have a hold, you may have an unpaid bill. You shouldn't have any of these now, but you may have them in future semesters. So it's important before registration to check your holds. If you receive an available seats error message for an open class, you may be encountering a class that has been reserved for students within that particular major. So you want to contact the SU department that is offering the class and ask them for a permission number. But at ESF, you would contact the instructor. If you are trying to get into an ESF class, the instructor can either email the registrar's office permission or they can sign a registration form. You can bring that to my office and we will register you. SU, once they give you a permission number, you can enter that on MySlice to complete your registration. It's super important that you check your transfer credits on your curriculum plan sheet. You may have advanced placement, international baccalaureate, or college credits that could impact your schedule. If you don't think you've received credit for those, please contact the admissions office. The Registrar's office is in 111 Bray Hall, and we process all your petition forms, transcript requests. Once you're getting ready to graduate, we do graduation checks. We match courses on your curriculum plan sheet, and that does take a little bit of time. They don't all auto match, so just be a little bit patient with that. If by the middle of the semester you could come and check if they're still not matched. If you change your major, then we will process that form as well. And enrollment certifications, if you need them for health insurance, a scholarship, student loan deferments, we will issue those after the first day of classes. And if you have a veteran benefits, then you can come and see Lee in our office and she will help you process those requests. We also are responsible for the final exam schedule. The Family Educational Right to Privacy Act, you can give access to someone that you would like through your ESF student portal to be able to review your record and speak with representatives here at the college. You can also obtain copies of your record, seek to amend those if you think they're wrong. And there's a lot more information about this on the ESF Registrar's webpage. You can prevent us from disclosing any information, but be careful about doing that, because if you go to leave ESF and ask us to verify that for future employers or graduate schools, we will not do that. So information that we will give out is considered directory information, and you will see that list right here. If you have questions about that, certainly you can contact our office. Change of majors can be processed through September 7th, through the end of the add period, through the admissions office. After that, there is a separate form. Missing material reminders will be sent by email from the admissions office. Please make sure that you send any transcripts that you have to avoid losing transfer credits or have a registration hold placed for the spring 2022 semester. It's your responsibility, so please make sure you follow up with them and make sure your transcripts are received. Math registration. We highly recommend you do not change your math registration without talking to your advisor. Also, make sure that you update your local address and phone number on your ESF student portal. We wish you good luck this semester, and if you have any questions, certainly please feel free to call our office or email us or stop by 111 Bray Hall. Thank you.